At least 238 people have been killed and 650 are injured in a crash involving 3 trains in India's eastern Odisha state, officials say. One passenger train derailed and its coaches fell onto the adjacent track where they were struck by an incoming train on Friday evening. A freight train was stationary. The death toll is expected to rise, as many are still trapped in the wreckage. The cause of India's worst train crash this century is not yet clear. Officials said several carriages from the Shalimar-Chennai Coromandel Express derailed at about 1900 hours, 13:30 GMT. Hit a stationary goods train and several of its coaches ended up on the opposite track in Balasore district. Another train, the Howrah Superfast Express travelling from Yesvantpur to Howrah, then hit the overturned carriages. Drone footage shot at the accident site showed several of the coaches had detached from the train and tipped on the side, a few others are completely overturned. The force with which the trains collided has resulted in several coaches being crushed and mangled. We are trying to cut through the wreckage to reach the passengers. We also have to be careful to not hurt those alive, Atul Kawal, chief of the National Disaster Response Force, NDRF, told news agency ANA. He said this was the 3rd deadliest crash in the history of Indian Railways. More than 200 ambulances and hundreds of doctors, nurses and rescue personnel were sent to the scene, the state's chief secretary Pradeep Jaina said. Sudhanshu Sarani, Director General of Odisha Fire Services, had earlier said 288 had died. Railway Minister Ashwini Vaishnaw is at the site of the accident and Prime Minister Narendra Modi is expected to visit the injured in the hospital later on Saturday. One male survivor said that 10 to 15 people fell on me when the accident happened and everything went haywire. I was at the bottom of the pile. I got hurt in my hand and also the back of my neck. When I came out, I saw someone had lost their hand, someone had lost their leg, while someone's face was distorted, the survivor told India's ANA news agency. A day of mourning has been announced in the state. Residents of the neighboring villages were among the first to reach the site of the accident and start the rescue operation. Some surviving passengers were seen rushing in to help rescue those trapped in the wreckage. Local bus companies were also helping to transport wounded passengers. India has one of the largest train networks in the world with millions of passengers using it daily, but a lot of the railway infrastructure needs improving. India's worst train disaster was in 1981, when an overcrowded passenger train was blown off the tracks and into a river during a cyclone in Bihar state, killing at least 800 people.